In the half-million-acre fire that began weeks ago in Arizona is still going strong tonight, fanned by today's heavy winds. The Wallow fire burned further into New Mexico. Tonight, the fire is 51% contained, but evacuation orders remain in effect for the people of Luna, New Mexico. Everyone was asked to leave yesterday afternoon, but not everyone did. News 13's Amanda Goodman is live in reserve with more on a woman who says she had no choice but to clear out. Amanda.
Yeah, Tim, she's now staying here at this Red Cross shelter that's set up at Reserve High School. She says she's watched the flames, or the fire rather, creep closer and closer to town, and she just didn't want to take any chances. After days of cooperating, the winds walloped the Wallow fire Saturday, pushing the massive force toward Luna. Sky Ranger flew overhead as trees lining the hills around town flared up and the fire started jumping containment lines. This is what firefighters were afraid of and why the people in Luna have been under a pre-evacuation order since the first week of June.
That's one thing about Luna Valley. The winds just go crazy in there. You never know where they're going to blow from. Rena
Cook has lived in Luna for 8 years. She says even though she knew the threat of the fire was very real, yesterday's evacuation order still surprised her and some of her neighbors.
We had all pretty well relaxed. We thought everything was cool, was burning around us and not towards us.
Cook says she rounded up some of her sheep and hit the road for Reserve. Luckily, she's able to keep them at the Catron County Fairgrounds, which also serves as the incident command post. She says the firefighters have taken quite a liking to her sheep.
They love the sheep. My sheep are getting fat. They keep feeding them.
Cook's new home for the time being is Reserve High School, where the Red Cross is sheltering people who cleared out of Luna, but not many people showed up at the shelter.
I was hoping to find some neighbors here so that I could, I don't know, talk to them, not feel quite so alone. It was very strange being the only person in the shelter.
The Red Cross says some people probably made other plans, while the sheriff's office said some people just decided not to leave Luna, and they can't make them. Cook knows one of those people personally. Her partner chose not to come to the shelter with her.
We've got a 100-year-old cabin that his grandfather built, and he's not leaving it.
Meanwhile, the fire continued its assault around Luna today. Smoke poured from the hills, and firefighters worked tirelessly to keep the fire from spreading to the center of town. Cook says this whole experience has been exhausting, but having to say goodbye to her home, at least for now, was the ultimate blow.
The hardest part is leaving my home. I mean, I really wanted to go back home.
And as bad as she wants to go home, Cook says she has no plans to return until the evacuation order is lifted. Tim, back to you.
Amanda, thank you very much. The Wallow fire also caused power problems in Luna and Reserve. Both towns lost power for most of the day today, but it was restored late this afternoon.